Hey, what's up, guys? I thought today we would do something a little bit different. I thought we'll do, you guys have seen these videos on YouTube before, I'm sure. It's like a full day of eating video. So I'll just walk you guys through kind of what I eat in a day from lunch to dinner. I only have 2 meals a day, actually. So it's not going to be like these typical videos you see of people eating like 5 or 6 meals in a day, trying to stuff food down. Again, remember, this is primarily a fat loss and a weight loss channel. So although I am eating to build muscle, so high protein content, high fat, I do tend to do lower carb a little bit. And I also only eat 2 meals a day because I actually practice intermittent fasting. So I start eating around noon, 12 o'clock, and then I finish eating before 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. is the absolute latest that I could get a meal in. And that's just worked for me really well. I know some people might struggle with that at first, but I can guarantee that once you try it, you can actually adapt to it very easily within like a couple of weeks only. And it's really beneficial for things like weight loss, obviously, but also strength and gaining muscle. I'll link a video below of Dr. Rhonda Patrick on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about some of the findings they've had with intermittent fasting and why it's beneficial. So here's a full day of eating. Before I get into the kitchen and show you guys the first meal of the day, I'm actually gonna go weigh myself. I like to try and do that twice a week. I don't like doing it every day, just a personal preference. I know a lot of people prefer doing it every day because then if there's a mistake or eat something they weren't supposed to and they, I guess, like balloon up a little bit, they can track that and monitor that and fix that. But me personally, I like to do it twice a week because that way, when I've been eating well and doing what I'm supposed to do for a couple of days, then there's actually like a change. There's not this fluctuation, and that just helps motivate me a little bit more. It's just a personal preference, but if you guys want to weigh yourselves every day, that's totally fine. If you want to do it once a week, that's totally fine. It's totally up to you, as long as you have a way to keep yourself in check and you know that you're making progress and you're not slipping behind, then that's the most important thing. So guys, in the next clip, I'm going to be doing a physique reveal slash update. I don't think I've ever really shown my physique yet on this channel, and that's partly because it's something that I'm not particularly proud of right now. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Being on a weight loss journey, and especially one where you are, a bit overweight, and you're not cutting from a healthy weight down to a shredded weight. It's cutting from an overweight physique down to something that's kind of you're more comfortable in. It can be very nerve-wracking to reveal on social media just because you know that there's going to be a lot of people who say, "Oh, why are you showing your physique? Like it's nasty or it's not, in good shape or whatever." But that's the whole point. To showing this off is not a way of saying like, "Oh, look what you should aspire to have." It's just a way of me keeping myself accountable and basically keeping like a record or a document of something that I can post and help myself with some accountability online, and just to make the content more, I guess, approachable to those who are overweight. Like to say, look, you're not the only one that's feeling that way. You're not the only one that looks the way that you do. There's a lot of people in this space that are not happy with their current physiques and their current bodies, and I am certainly one of those people. And yeah, it's hard to be comfortable in your own skin sometimes. I'm sure as many people who have been overweight for a part or most of their lives know, but this is what I'm looking right now at 243 pounds, and yeah, I will be sure to keep updating you guys as we go along. All right, guys, so first meal of the day is going to be water. So I drink about 32 ounces of water 4 times a day. So 4 of these guys a day is what I typically like to drink if I can manage it. There are days, obviously, where, you're busy or, you just forget your water bottle or something like that and you can't get the full, my math is terrible. I can't calculate 32 times 4. Either way, say roughly 4 liters of water a day. So that is going to get filled up and it's going to get drunk by me in the next 30 minutes. And yes, I do drink most of it at one time in one sitting. And It might seem hard to do that at first if you don't drink a lot of water. It might seem like a bit of a chore, but I promise as soon as you start drinking more water, your mouth just gets like dry. It just starts like craving water all the time. And yeah, now it's like super easy to drink 4 of these in a day. And the benefits for doing it are it helps with muscle retention, it helps with muscle growth, it helps with weight loss, helps with your body not needing to hold on to as much water weight anymore, which blew my mind when I found that out. I was like, if I drink more water, am I gonna hold on to more water weight? And it's actually the opposite, because your body doesn't need to hold on to water weight anymore because you are giving it so much water. It sort of readapts and is like, oh, I don't need this extra water weight because for the past month I've been getting like 4 liters a day. So nice little hack for weight loss. Drink tons of water, and yeah, it'll just kind of help speed up the process a little bit. And within that first week, I dropped about like 7 pounds within a week, and a lot of that was just because I was drinking a lot more water and my body was just releasing like a ton of water weight that I was holding on to. All right, so our first official meal of the day consists of usually cereal, fiber 1 with blueberries, just like the photo. And then I have that with oat milk. I never have dairy milk anymore. It just seems to upset my stomach and gives me like some skin issues, so I try and stay away from that. And then we have our bottle of water, of course, that we're still working through. And then I have some apples and some citrus grapefruit. I try to have 1 citrus fruit a day, as well as 1 non-citrus fruit like an apple or blueberries or pears, whatever it may be, whatever you prefer. And then of course we have our sandwich, which is just toast, light rye toast, lettuce, some honey mustard sauce, some Hungarian salami, and some Black Forest ham, and some spinach at the very bottom. So kind of like a midday snack before dinner, I like to have my protein scoop for the day. This is a Power Whey Complex by BioX. Chocolate, peanut butter flavored, really tasty, really good nutrients. It has 140 calories per scoop. It has 2.5 grams of fat, no trans fat. It's got 4 grams of carbs and 2 grams of sugar. So this is a great option if you're in Canada. If you're in Ontario, you can get this at Popeye's Supplements. That's where I get pretty much all of my supplements. And then we have a creatine monohydrate. Now this is extremely beneficial for working out. There's a lot of research and studies done on this stuff. So I like to take 1 gram of this a day, 1 scoop of this a day, which equates to 5 grams. And yeah, just really good experiences with creatine. It's not something that like you feel like a pre-workout, but it is, you know, just something that I like to consistently take once a day. And then I also like to take my omega-3 fish oils, or omega-3 fatty acids, and these are fish oils. So I take 1 of these a day, and then I take vitamin D and K supplement. I take 1 of these a day, and then I also take a multivitamin. So I have 1 of these a day as well. And yeah, that is kind of my supplement stack at the moment. That's what I take. Nothing complicated, just very simple, just the way I like it, and it helps, you know, get done what I need to get done, and it helps me get in the nutrients and things that I need in a day that I don't always just get from food alone. So Good quality coffee is one of those things that I just really love. A lot of friends of mine turn me on to good coffee, and in recent years I've been a fan of really having some good quality coffee. And this one is Balzac's Colombian roast. This is what it looks like. It is delicious, and I usually make my coffee in an AeroPress, just like this. Take about 1 scoop of the ground coffee grinds, put it in there, and then I will add the hot water. Just a little bit at first, just to let it plume. And the reason I don't have coffee every single day is because there are some days where I like to have these Reign or Monster energy drinks as a pre-workout before the gym. These have 0 sugar, they're only like 10 calories, 220 milligrams of sodium. Not the best thing in the world to have every day, if I'm being honest, but some days you just really need like a pick-me-up, and especially right before the gym. And that is kind of my go-to, either Reign or Monster. But then there are days where I will just have coffee. I try not to have both in a day because that is a lot of caffeine that the body has to process. So if I can help it, I'll just have coffee before the gym, like after work, or I will have one of those Reign or Monster energy drinks. And Reign, if you guys didn't know, is actually owned by Monster, so they do qualify for those 2 for $4 or 2 for $5 deals. You can get a Monster and a Reign together as part of the deal. So for the coffee, you just stir it up like this after you add the hot water. I like to stir it for about 20 seconds or so. And then, very important, when you put the filter on, make sure that the paper filter is actually in there, because if you just put this on and you flip it, ask me how I know, all of the water and the grinds are just gonna fall out onto the floor or the table. So make sure the paper filter is on. Twist it into the locking position, and then flip it over into the mug. And then I like to press for a 30-second duration. So that means you're pressing fairly slowly, but you're pressing hard enough to where it's actually moving down. And I just count to 30 in my head.
A few moments later.
And there we go. We have some delicious black coffee. And what I'll do is I'll usually add a splash of this silk almond milk for coffee. Again, it is dairy-free. I like my dairy-free products. I'm not really into drinking any, whole milk or anything like that anymore. Just, like I said, upsets my stomach or it gives me skin issues. So I like to stay away from any dairy stuff. So this silk almond for coffee is delicious. It's hazelnut flavored. The day turned out to be really beautiful. Up here in Canada, it's starting to get warm, so the wife and I decided to go on a nice afternoon walk together through the forest. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. It is dinner time, and it is time to make the food that we are going to be eating for dinner. Now and again, my wife and I like to switch it up and make something a little bit more interesting, like beef and lettuce tacos or fish tacos, or just something a little bit more interesting like that. But we are going super simple today. We have chicken drumsticks that I'm going to be seasoning. We have lettuce and spinach to make a salad along with some vegetables, some cherry tomatoes, and a slightly pruny pepper, but that'll work just fine. And we're gonna be having that with potatoes, and they will be probably in a wedge form or diced, and we're gonna throw those in the air fryer, and that will be our dinner for today. 3, 2, 1. I love how wrinkly my shirt got in the last couple of hours. That is gonna wrap up our full day of eating video. I hope you guys maybe got some ideas from this video on things that you can do, little tricks to kind of help satiate your hunger and just help you not feel so hungry. For me, intermittent fasting works a lot and I don't feel hungry. There are times where I feel like I could eat, but I never feel hungry. And that for me is the key, and I've just seen a lot of benefits from it. So I'm gonna continue doing it. Don't feel forced to do it. This is just how I eat. This is not a video telling you how you should eat because you have different needs than I do. Consult your doctor, consult a nutritionist, all those things. Take care of yourself first. This is just meant to be like an inspirational kind of video, just to maybe give you some ideas of things that are out there, things that work for me, things that I like. So yeah, gonna go hit the gym, and thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Would mean a lot to me if you guys could do that. Yeah, thanks for watching.